Hey guys, thanks for coming to part 2. Now I wanted to get into the exterior of the MacBook because I know you guys know it's made of the one brick of aluminum, and it has the LED screen and the lit keyboard. I can show you here, and you can turn it down there. Gone. Lit. LED screen. I wanted to show you how good the graphics can be. Now I have 9. I wanted to show you animated film, and then yeah, I'll start playing that for you. I'll have this playing.
I'm not going to hurt you. You're safe now.
There we go. But I have it also in the top screen for you. Like even through my camera on this screen, I think it looks amazing. And it might be different for you guys because it differs from your graphics card on your computer.
With us, I never expected to see another one. There, that should hold. If 2 were here, he would have done a better job. I wonder where he's gone to.
I was with him.
2? Where? Out there? What was he?
Keeping secrets from me, I see.
I was coming.
So yeah, I don't want to waste too much time because I only get 10 minutes on YouTube, but you can see the graphics on there are really sweet. The one thing you will notice too is the glass trackpad has a nice feel to it, perfect for your gestures. You know how I showed you in part 1, the 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger. You can see that has that feature too with the 4 fingers. The one thing about this is I'm very cautious and very afraid I'm going to scratch this exterior here, especially this part. It actually hasn't moved from this table since I got it, not until I get a case. I was looking into the invisible shield, which is what Zag makes for a lot of different products, especially for the MacBook. And there is a protective screen that you put on, then that they put on helicopter blades, they say. The nice thing about it is it won't scratch the MacBook, but I've also heard and read that it gives you a yellowy tinge, and on the edges it lifts up where dust can get in, and I've had that with my PSP right here. This part lifted up and it's still kinda lit there, and you see it's dirty, and I didn't want that happening to my MacBook, especially the yellow tinge, because I didn't spend that much to get a yellow tinge MacBook. So I'm just gonna go with the screen, and I'm very careful with my stuff. So you have your plug-in for your power, Ethernet, FireWire, mini display port, 2 USBs, SD card slot, and your headphone jack. And right here it will show you the battery power right there. So I have full battery, which is inevitable because I always keep it plugged in. Now I read online and checked my cycles. You can keep your MacBook plugged in all the time. The only thing is you're going to want to calibrate it, which is once a month you're going to unplug your power adapter and just use the battery power of your MacBook until it dies, until it completely uses its power, and then you're going to charge it again all the way to full, and that's called calibrating, because it lets the battery get used to it and bring it back to life, so you're not just letting it die, not being powered all the time. So you can go to the preferences and check your cycle. So you do want to do that once a month, but other than that, I just leave my MacBook plugged in all the time. Some people may think, why didn't you get a desktop then? Well, I wanted portability as well, because like today I'm going to Grand Bend and I want to be able to travel with it. So I'm not going to be able to do that with a desktop, so I don't care about having it powered up or plugged in all the time. The one thing I wanted to get into was some of the things we ran into. There's one thing that I got into where I was uploading pictures and I want to rename them, whereas I would have to go to Finder, go to my pictures, go here, and just, you know, rename every single one individually, which is not what I want to do. So we have this thing called Automator. An Automator lets you rename multiple things all at once. So I have this sequence as Bryn and I 1 to 19. So that was done in a brief second. I don't want to rename it just because in iPhoto, if you rename it, it messes that whole thing up. Whereas it won't work because it can't find the exact file because it's renamed differently. And even if you rename it or find the file or delete the file, it's just gonna mess things up. I did that once and I called Apple and there's nothing to bring it back. So I had to redo my iPhoto. Luckily, I only uploaded about 2 albums, so it wasn't that big of an issue. It was a pain. Let me say that, but enough for me to learn from my mistakes while having to do a lot of work. The one thing I do want to mention is, you know what? Get your time machine working. Now, time machine would have got me a lot, saved me a lot of trouble, and the backup pretty much is only 30 gigs, so you can find something for 30 gigs. You can have your time machine at least, you know, to have one backup. But if you want to constantly backing up, you're going to want a lot more. I have a 320 gigs. I just haven't set it up yet, which is something I regret, but now it's set up. I just don't want to show you guys get into that. If you need a video on time machine, by all means ask. If you need a video on Automator, how to rename, how to go through all that, ask. And if you have a problem changing your display pic right off the bat of Microsoft Messenger, I can show you how to do that. That problem came across where I couldn't change the display pic. What else did I want to get into? iMovie and GarageBand does take a little bit to open, but not that big of an issue for me. I mean, I don't use it often, just to when I upload these videos that I'm doing, but not that much of an issue. The one thing that I did want to get into is the iTunes and VLC. Now there's a remote on your iPod or application you can get that can remotely control your VLC and your iTunes from anywhere in your household, as long as you're connected to the same network. I can show you a video on that, and still to come that up the 3.0 jailbreak for the iPod. But yeah, you can change songs on your iTunes from your computer, and go through the files and change your movies and fast forward and pause your VLC from movies from afar. So it's like having a remote for your MacBook, which is very nice if you have an iPod Touch. Might as well take advantage of the features. Spaces, I love. I can show you how to get iWorks for free, which is very nice. I didn't have to pay for that. And also MOBILEME, how you have your iDisk, a 20 gig hard drive online with your @me email, and having everything access to you and pushed to your iPod. So if I switch a contact in my MacBook, or at an event in my iCal, it'll automatically push it to let's say a cloud in the sky, and that cloud will push and put that information into my iPod, so I don't have to add contacts and events again. It does it automatically for me, and I have a 60-day trial of that, so I get the feel of it and I love it. So I did buy the MOBILEME, but I didn't access or activate it yet, just because I might as well take advantage of that 2 months and then put in my year subscription. So I'll show you a video on that and how to get iWorks for free. But I'm running out of time here. I hope you enjoyed the review of the MacBook. Definitely worth all the money that I spent on this. The new ad should be smile for a week. It's definitely a great machine, best money ever spent, and has definitely deprived my PS3 of its intention. And just for the next video, a little sneak preview of my white PS3. There you have it. I'm not kidding you, white PS3. So I have a video on that for you. So thanks for watching.